Beth and I hit the road yesterday to the mountains near Cherokee, North Carolina. It was peaceful, beautiful, full of winding curves and steep climbs. Exactly the kind of road that will humble a weak transmission. Which, yeah, weirdly enough, got me thinking about transmissions. Because a few days ago, this guy came in trying to trade his Infiniti MX-56. Real sharp guy. He knows the industry pretty well. He knows his numbers. And he said he wanted $2,500. And honestly, he undervalued it by $2,500. And I thought, all right, steal of the day, cool beans. Let's see what's going on. Until I drove it. One steep hill later, and that transmission slipped like a politician before election season. I drove it up another hill, same deal, slipping super hard. When I got back, I asked him straight up, did you notice the tranny slipping? And he gives me kind of like this half smile and goes, maybe a little. So I offered him $500. CarMax offered him $700. Why? Because no matter how good it looks on paper, if the transmission's shot, it's just metal and hope. Then later that day, I'm at Oak Auto NC, and who do I see? Same guy, same car, hoping someone else doesn't notice the slip. That moment hit different. Because in Mark 14, verses 12 through 25, we see the same kind of thing, but not with cars, with souls. Holy moment, hidden in holiness. It's Passover. The disciples are celebrating the most sacred moment in Jewish history, except this time, Jesus is going to redefine it. Jesus is the Lamb, the deliverer, and right in the middle of that holy, sacred moment, who's there? That's right, it's Judas, the man with a slipping transmission in his soul. And Jesus knows it, right? He doesn't guess, he doesn't speculate, he flat out says, one of you will betray me. Now, here's the surprising part. Instead of pointing fingers like we'd expect, and let's be honest, like we would, I know I would, instead of pointing the fingers at other people, accusing them, what did the disciples ask? Is it me, Lord? They weren't shocked that someone would betray Jesus. They were shocked and terrified it might be them. So here's the big idea. Even in holy places, unholiness can hide, and it hides best when we pretend we're okay. That Infiniti M56 looked great, right? But when the pressure hit, when it had to climb a hill, it slipped. Same with Judas, same with us. We sit in church. We read our Bibles. We take communion. But when life throws a hill at us, the spiritual transmission slips. And if we're not honest about it, we'll keep trying to pass it off like it's not a big deal. Now, the fallen condition of humanity. We all hide things, right? We mask our sin. We sell ourselves as more put together than we actually are. Sometimes we even convince ourselves that we're fine. We undervalue the damage that sin causes, just like that seller thought his car was worth $2,500 more. And it wasn't. We think our lives are worth more than they are because we ignore what's broken. This is why Romans 3:23 says, for all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. All. That includes you, that includes me, and the guy trying to trade in a slipping transmission. So here's the Christ connection. Here's where the gospel punches through like a mechanic who knows his stuff. Jesus knew Judas would betray him, and he still served him. Jesus knew Peter would deny him, and he still passed the cup. Jesus knew every broken part in that room, and what did he do? He still broke the bread. Jesus didn't excuse sin. He didn't ignore it, he exposed it, and then dealt with it with his own body and blood. That's what communion is. Not a reward for the worthy, but an invitation for the unworthy to be made whole. So some application points, your spiritual diagnostic for your soul. 1, ask the hard question, is it me, Lord? Don't deflect, reflect, let the Spirit inspect your soul like a mechanic on a lift. What's slipping under the hood? 2, stop pretending. It doesn't matter how clean your spiritual exterior looks If your heart is slipping on hills, be honest with God. Here's the thing, He already knows. 3, come to the table anyway. You don't have to fix it before you come to Jesus. You come because He already fixed what you couldn't. 4, extend that grace to others. If Jesus served Judas, who are we to cut people off from their brokenness, right? Love people where they're at, not where you wish they were. 5, stay in diagnostic mode. Spiritual health isn't a one-time checkup. It's a lifestyle, a confession, humility, and dependence on grace. All right, final thought. There's a little Judas in all of us, a slipping gear we hope no one notices. But Jesus sees it, and He still invites us to the table. The question isn't, are you perfect? It's, are you ready to let grace do its job? So today, check your transmission, let Jesus under the hood, and then as always, go be awesome. If this provided any value, please follow or subscribe. Go be awesome.